Democracy. Isn't it great? If you have a particularly awful or corrupt government, you can get rid of them peacefully. It's not a bad thing. However, what happens when you have a major, urgent, important problem like climate change and none of the major political parties on offer are prepared to do what it takes to tackle the problem effectively? Where do you turn? Well, you could decide to vote for the lesser evil. You could maybe vote for a smaller party that better represents your views and hope that maybe they'll slowly, gradually get into power one day. Of course, if you have a kind of voting system that tends to shut out small parties, that's a bit of a difficult one to chase in the short term when you're facing a really urgent problem. And then what do? Wait 4 or 5 years for the next vote to come around until you do your bid again? There's actually more to living in a democracy than just voting.
Tony, what's the single thing we can do to prevent climate change now, please?
Well, it's a big issue. It's about how you share what there is as well as how you stop pollution. The sharing is what it's about.
Think global, act local.
Do you think voting is probably the biggest thing people can do to help affect climate change?
Voting is critical, but it's history is made by people who do things.
So action, direct action maybe.
And then out of that comes a demand and then it's reflected in the votes, I think. That's the way I think it works.
I'm here to register my vote. Here it is. I vote for justice and peace. I vote for not being beaten up by the police. I vote against oil and warfare and pride and humanity's slide into mass suicide. I vote for the seasons. I vote for the sky and the thoughts in his head and the glint in her eye and all of the things they're not offering us. Our dreams are too big for their ballot boxes, for once every 4-year penciled in crosses. Where do I write in the world that I want? So I'll vote with my body, my hands and my words, with all that I do and all that I say. I won't vote when I'm told, I'll vote every day. I'll vote by getting in the way of all their awful plans and schemes. With a banner or a spanner or a tape of MC Hammer and a tone-deaf karaoke team. I'll be the grit in their piston, the glitch in their system, the lump of toast in their machine, every word and every deed, a quantum of democracy, a little vote. Voting early, voting often, but not voting all alone. We've been growing quietly in the cracks. It's time to break the stones. It is your democratic right to not go down without a fight. Don't sit there feeling powerless. They can't ignore you when you vote by camping on their duck island and pissing in their moat, because every day's election day. You coming out to vote? Yes, I said every day's election day. You coming out to vote?